What do you think the impact of generative AI on the job market will be? And I'll just ask you to all give me a ranking from 1 to 10, where 10 you think it'll be really severe in a negative way, and 1 you think it'll actually be a very positive impact on that market. And perhaps if we start from Minister and go through just sort of level of 1 to 10, where would you put it?
So I think I would rank it below 5, meaning not a disastrous effect. The reason is that these images that are created through these models are based on data that was created upfront. So if these models if the future of this model is to become widely spread and widely used, they will always need content to populate the sample they learn from. And in order to generate interest for people that create this content, at some point I think there will be a question about IP, about property rights. Yeah. And those that operate these models at some point will need to provide sort of incentives for those that create the content that eventually end up in the samples from which those models learn from. Right. And so in some sense, the economics of these models require that there is some human input in the samples so that they can deliver something that human consider as sort of interesting content, right? And on top of that, of course, I see, I think that the image of a brush is very interesting. I see this as a tool that is going to magnify the ability of artists or creative professionals, since this is the example that you cite, to generate more content, more creative content, because they can use this impressive tool, and they can focus on the dimension of our intelligence that artificial intelligence cannot seize, or at least that these models cannot seize. Mm-hmm. And I think that they can enrich their own creation. So I'm on the optimistic side. But